So, this is the first actual magic filler trick that I will be teaching you. It's really simple. Now, first let me explain once again what a filler trick is. A filler trick is something that is just a flash of the cards, or a arc, or possibly just a loud, let's say, flourish of a card. But no, flourishes are more like where you pull out cards in like Phantom. So today, however, rather tonight, I will be teaching you how to simply do a card arc. Now there is some methodology involved. I don't have a whole deck here. If I was to get a whole deck though, doing a round off would be much easier. See, the more cards you have, the easier it is to spread them out. Actually, I'm only missing 3 cards, but either way. So, going like that. How to do it, of course, is a much different thing. Now, the average person would think, when you do this, you simply have your hand, and you hold it, and you roll. Now, this is good if you want to do it slow, but if you're going to do this fast, the cards are going to either get stuck to your hand or end up crooked, or leave gaps in between. What you want is a nice smooth, clean, pristine arc, not a line. Arcs are always better because if your audience is going to be in a choosing kind of magic trick, then you're going to want them to pick any of the cards, obviously, but the average person is not going to pick the front. Now, whether this has anything to do with much of the magic at all, people intend to try to screw up your magic tricks. And so people will pick the very end card thinking that this will change something, or they'll pick the, for example, very a card that you purposely hid, or like I didn't roll this all the way off, so they'd pick this card. Just interesting things like that can either upset the magic or possibly even upset the trick completely. So, back to what I was saying about rounding the cards off. When you do an arc, you have to make sure that it stays in an arc and you don't leave big, huge parts of cards like this. You don't want a bunch of cards gapped together. You want them all about the same distance apart, kind of like this. The other conventional wisdom is that you simply take one finger and do it. Now, this works quite nicely, actually, but more often than not, you can't get a good arc with your index finger. You end up kind of messing it up as you go. And the object to do this is to do it quickly. If you don't do it quickly, you can jeopardize the entire trick. If you don't do it fast enough, it may just look a little weird. Some of the stupidest things can lead people on to what you're doing in magic. So, for example, there was a complete fail. So now how to do it. What you're going to do, you're going to take your hand and you're going to put your index finger on the top of the cards, your middle and ring fingers on the edge of the cards over here, and then take your thumb and have it just open enough. I'll have it towards you. Just open enough so cards can slip out from underneath, and then do a gentle arc with your hand as you go. So you have to eventually practice this enough times so where you can do it quickly without leaving any large amounts of cards. Now, I've noticed once you do it quickly, it actually leaves less cards in the way and leaves it more pristine. So, another important thing, when you are doing this, you have to make sure that you have it on either a tablecloth or some kind of carpeted surface. If you do it on a plastic or uneven surface, this will not work. What will end up happening, you'll have a card flip over, it will be crooked. This piece here, you might have it fall off somewhere if it is on a rough table, or, for example, never do this when the wind's blowing. Usually you won't do magic tricks outside, unless the occasion calls for it. So, rounding off the cards, it's real simple. You really just do it in a gentle arc and put your thumb on the edge. You have to make sure you get all the cards, though, or else people may think that you're doing something strange to them. Alright, so that's it for rounding off the cards. And if you need any extra pizzazz to start or end your magic tricks, go ahead and find another filler video from me. So thank you, and keep practicing that magic.